Hello everyone and welcome. This is a big update for us to go through. There's a lot of exciting stuff in here, and I think it's the big update that I think a lot of people have been waiting for that have been playing Lego Fortnite. So let's dive right in. The latest update, 29.4, dropped on Friday, May the 3rd, just before May the 4th, and it was Star Wars themed. It's a really big update with lots of cool stuff in it, so we're gonna dive right in. First up is the big edition of Star Wars. So there are Star Wars themed builds. There's a whole new world that you're going to go to. There's new characters. There's new items that you can get in the game. And it's a really fun edition, and it adds quite a lot of gameplay too, which is really fun. When you get into your game, someone's going to come find you. They're going to give you these Macrobinoculars. You can search around. It's going to point you towards a cave. That cave acts as a portal into a new world from your world that you can go back and forth to and from. And it takes you to the Star Wars world. There's a really cool event that kind of starts off the edition of Star Wars. A Star Destroyer bursts through the sky. It's really fun. Make sure you check that out. So anyways, you get these Macrobinoculars. You go into the Star Wars world, and there's a lot of fun things in here. There's a rebel base that you can start to build up. And then as you build up the base, it unlocks builds. And it also unlocks new items in the game. So there are lightsabers, there's blasters, there's quite a few things. There's a bowcaster, thermal detonator. There's some really fun builds. And I'll say this real quick before we get too much further. There's a lot of people asking online if this stuff is going to stay. Is this permanent? Is it going to go away? Is this a limited time thing? Once you play it, you kind of get a sense for it, but there's no way that this is temporary. And they've said as much, that these things will stick around after this update has kind of left the rest of Fortnite. These items you can keep in your worlds. You're building things that aren't going to go away. You're going to craft these items, craft these buildings that come with it. And actually, if you go look in your inventory outside of the game under Lego sets, you're actually unlocking these builds, and it's being applied to your account. So you definitely get to keep these things that you have earned within the game. Outside of that, this is the first battle pass, or they do these passes for the different game modes. They've done like Fortnite Festival is the music one. They have a racing one. So now that the game has all these different features, including Lego Fortnite, this is the first Lego specific pass that they've added. So for 1,400 V-Bucks, you can get Chewie up front, and then you get all the stuff on the bottom of this image here. So lots of Mos Eisley Cantina builds and that sort of thing. The nice thing is you don't have to spend any money, and you still get all the stuff on this top row. So there's decorations for buildings, and at the very end of the pass, there's this really cool building that you get unlocked, and that's all completely free, which is really, really cool, really fun, and I think is a great value. At the end of the pass, I mentioned this big building. This is the marketplace that you get, and it's for free. If you do pay for the upgraded one, you get some really cool things, including this Dusty Durburger building at the end of the pass. Again, really cool. Can't wait to start building those. But up front, just for paying the 1,400 V-Bucks, you get this Chewie skin as well, and it actually unlocks for the Lego game, but also for the Battle Royale. I think it's a pretty decent value considering everything that you're getting. With this update, they've updated a lot of skins that previously didn't have Lego specific designs. They've been slowly working through these. It's really exciting though, because the last 3 Star Wars skins that didn't have Lego versions got their updates in this patch. So I'm just going to kind of let these go by here, but I want to point out that Darth Vader, who is a Battle Pass exclusive skin, the Mandalorian, and Krrsantan all got Lego specific versions, and they're really cool skins as well. There were some updates and bug fixes that they've included. They've done some optimizations, but as far as specifics, they said starting with 29.4, you'll be able to view Lego Fortnite quests without having to return to the lobby. I've tried this myself. It's great. It's nice to be able to just pop open that menu and kind of see what other quests you can do to unlock the rewards in the Lego Star Wars Battle Pass, and even just the regular quests that earn you XP. They made a note here that they've made it easier to exit driver's seats that are flipped over. There's some bug fixes related to an issue where players would sometimes not receive expected gifts from villagers, and they fixed a crash that happened rarely when getting out of bed. So there's a lot there. It's a great update, and I hope this is kind of a sign of things to come. I know people have kind of felt a bit starved for content in the game, because you can get kind of to the end game fairly quickly, but we've still been enjoying it, and I kind of see this as a kind of a ray of hope. I just more broadly for the game, that they're definitely committed to the game, and I can't wait for them to do more like this. I'm going to quickly speculate on a few things though, because if you go through this, they had a trailer that I shared earlier for the battle pass, and if you look at some of these buildings, they have a opening at the top of them. So there's like a Mos Eisley garage. It's kind of like a hangar. There's an opening on the top of them, and I don't know if this is a hint at future things to come. My guess is, again, this is speculation, but we're going to get some flying vehicles, and you'll be able to fly through the top of this building, just like the Millennium Falcon takes off at Mos Eisley. It could just be nothing. It could just be they're modeling the building after the building in the game, but I suspect it's a little more than that. And we've got cars in a recent patch, and I think we're going to get flying vehicles in the next, I don't know, maybe 6 months to a year, but I think they're coming. The other thing I wanted to point out in that video, it mentions that it was Mos Eisley themed. My guess here is that this is just the start, and we might even get more sort of biome specific builds. So Mos Eisley is, if in the Star Wars world, is on a desert planet. It fits where there's a desert biome, right? And you can build your Mos Eisley, builds from this battle pass and have a really fun environment. Well, we've got other environments, other biomes in the game that I think we might eventually see. So I can see us getting like an Ewok theme set that you can build in your grasslands biome or something like that. I can see a Hoth themed pass where you can build out a Hoth rebel base in the snow biome. I think that would be really cool, but that's just some speculation on my part. That's going to be it for today, guys. Thanks for joining us. I hope you're enjoying the game as much as we are. Let us know in the comments below how you feel about this Star Wars update. Are you a Star Wars fan? I'm actually kind of curious for those folks that aren't Star Wars fans. Are you still enjoying this content anyways? Is it the gameplay fun kind of on its own, without the personal association with Star Wars? I'd be curious to hear from those of you where that's the case. But anyways, again, thanks for joining us, and come back for more. Bye-bye.